Okay, so for our maths activity today, we are going to do some, we are going to talk about shapes again. All right, sorry, I just realized I've been having it this close the whole time. Okay, it says, what am I? Ooh, I almost fell for the trick. Please write your name at the back first. Good, it says, what am I? Can you name what all of these 2D and 3D shapes could be? Write one answer, one in capital letters, one answer under each clue. Now tick the clues that could have more than one answer. Okay, so it says, I have 6 sides. Now the fact that it said sides and not edges immediately tells me this is a 2D shape. This is a 2D shape because it's talking about sides. I think I might help you guys identify whether they are 2D or 3D for some of them, not all of them. I think I'll help you with these first 6 and then you can do the rest by yourself. So I have 6 sides. So a 2D shape with 6 sides is called a hexagon. It's called a hexagon. Because remember, 6 hex. That's how we know. Next one, I have one curved surface. Now for a shape to be curved means it needs to have actual dimension to it. You can actually hold it in your hand. So this will be a 3D shape. And it says it has one curved surface. So I'm trying to think. It only has one curved surface. That's all this shape has, is one big curve. So this will be a sphere. I'm hoping they don't mean one of the surfaces is curved. The way that I understand it, it means it has one curved surface. It has one surface, but it's curved. That's what it means. And the only shape that is only curve, there's nothing else to it, is a sphere. Good. I have 8 sides. Here again, we get the word sides and not edges. Sides tells us it's a 2D shape. It has 8 sides. Now, a 2D shape with 8 sides. My cat is so cold. She was playing outside now. Oh my word. Shame, Phoebe. Psst, psst, psst. That's how it is, Mom. Okay. So, a 2D shape with 8 sides is called an, remember, 8 tentacles like a octopus. So, it's an octagon. Octagon is a 2D shape with 8 sides. All right. This one. I have 4 corners and I'm not a square. Okay, so this shape has 4 corners. The fact that it said corners means it is a 2D shape, because if it was a 3D shape, it would say vertices. But it's saying corners, so it's a 2D shape. I have 4 corners. I'm not a square. So another 2D shape that has 4 corners but is not a square is a rectangle. There are other answers that you can write in there. Rectangle is not the only answer. So if you thought of a different 4-cornered shape that is not a square before rectangle, you can write that one's name in. It doesn't have to be rectangle just because I wrote it in. That's just the first one that I thought of. Good, the next one, I can roll. For a shape to be able to roll, it means it needs to have dimension. It needs to be something you can hold, which makes it a 3D shape. So any shape that can roll. Now, there are a few 3D shapes that can roll. The first one I'm thinking of actually is a sphere, but I already used that answer. So I'm going to write cylinder. A cylinder can roll. This pen is basically a cylinder, because it's a tube-like shape. okay, it just does, it has a point on the end, which doesn't make it easy. So, cylinder can roll. Then the next one, I have 5 corners. Again, the word corners tells me it's a 2D shape. Now, a 2D shape with 5 corners is called a pentagon. A pentagon. Good, the rest I'm going to have you do by yourself. I just quickly want to help you with these little boxes. They say, tick the clues that could have, that could have more than one answer. Now, is there another 2D shape that has 6 sides? No, there is not. So I'm going to make a cross. There is no other 2D shape with 6 sides. Any 2D shape with 6 sides will be called a hexagon. Good. Is there another 3D shape that has one curved surface? Well, yes, technically, if you think about it. A cone has one curved surface and one flat surface. So I would say yes, a cone has one curved surface, the same as a cylinder. A cylinder has 2 flat surfaces and one curved surface. So yes, I would say yes. Tick it. I'm going to put a tick in. Yes, there are other 3D shapes that can have one curved surface. Next one, an 8-sided 2D shape. Is there another 8-sided 2D shape besides an octagon? No. Any 2D shape with 8 sides will be called an octagon. Good. I have 4 corners, I'm not a square. Is there another 2D shape with 4 corners that is not a square besides a rectangle? Well, yes. Trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus, a kite or a diamond, whatever you want to call that one. There are actually a bunch of other 2D shapes with 4 corners that are not squares. So I'm going to tick it yes. Yes, it is possible to have another 2D shape with 4 corners. Depends on what it looks like. Alright, next one. I can roll. Is there another 3D shape that can roll besides a cylinder? Well, yes. You can roll a sphere because it's basically a ball. You can roll a cone. It'll just roll in a circle. But yes, there are other 3D shapes that can roll. And then I have 5 corners and I'm a 2D shape, pentagon. Are there any other 2D shapes with 5 corners except a pentagon? Nope. Pentagon is the only 2D shape. If you see a 2D shape with 5 corners, it will be called a pentagon. Nothing else. The rest I'm going to read to you, but I'm not going to help you fill them in. So once I've read them, you can pause them, or you can listen to me read them all through once, and then stop the video and go ahead and do the activity by yourself. Alright, I have 12 edges. Edges is the important word here. Edges. It's not saying sides, it's saying edges. Edges belong to 3D shapes. I can already help you out there. Edges. Next one, I have 8 vertices. This word again tells us it's not a 2D shape, it's a 3D shape, because vertices is what we use to refer to the pointy parts of a 3D shape. I am 3D. I have no vertices. That one you can figure out by yourself. No vertices. I have 6 faces. Again, the word face, face, face tells me it has to be a 3D shape. 2D shapes don't have faces, 3D shapes have faces. I am 2D. I have no edges. Well, of course you don't have edges. You're a 2D shape. But I think what they mean is I have no sides. I'm 2D, I have no sides. So you can cross out edges because edges belongs to a 3D word. In 2D words, we call them sides. So I'm 2D, I have no sides. Next one, I have 7 sides. Again, the word sides should tell you whether it's 2D or 3D. I have 9 edges. Edges should tell you whether it's 2D or 3D. Think of any 3D shape, whatever, that has 9 edges, 9 straight lines. Let me quickly think if I can think of what the shape is. 1, 2, 3. Aha, I can tell you now, this will be some type of prism. It will be some prism. I have 15 edges. Edges tells us whether it's 2D or 3D. 15 edges. You guys will have to go scratch around on a piece of paper trying to figure out what these shapes are. But remember, there could be more than one answer. That's what the tick and the cross in the boxes are for. And then the last one, I have 5 faces. Faces tells me what? It's a 3D shape, because all 2D shapes only have one face technically, if you call it that. So any 3D shape with 5 faces. And then you can go ahead after you've written your answers and go tick the boxes or cross them, telling me whether there is more than one that look like that has 6 faces, that blah 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 blah, or not. If there's no other shape that has that same description, you make a cross like we did at the first 6. Okay, enjoy.